Football is not only about goals and positive emotions, it sometimes involves anger because of terrible misses which can end the careers of players in the eyes of the football world. But this video won't be about misses from good players, but instead about horrible misses from the top players during high-level games. Friends, welcome to VAR Productions. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. I sincerely hope you'll enjoy the video. Of course, this video should start with the main antagonist of the Belgian team in the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. In the beginning of the second half of the last group stage game against Croatia, Romelu Lukaku entered the game. It was a horrible day for Romelu. Lukaku missed the first great chance on the 60th minute from around 10 meters on an almost empty goal. It was nothing hard, just to send the ball into the empty corner, but the striker relied on the power rather than the accuracy and hit the post. 2 minutes later, Romelu got another chance when he shot a header but missed it again. By the way, right before the pass, it seems that the ball went out, so it is quite possible that VAR would cancel the goal if he scored. But the fact that within 2 minutes the Belgian missed two great chances to score was surprising for many. And the best chance Lukaku got in the 90th minute. Thorgan Hazard made a wonderful cross sending the ball over the goalie and the defender, and Lukaku appeared in front of an empty net in a couple of meters. But the unluckiest of the Belgians that day was too slow to react. He didn't manage neither to shoot nor to stop the ball with his chest. As a result, the game ended 0-0 and Belgium was left out of the tournament. After the game, the player could just cry and not believe his bad luck that day. Ronaldo is arguably having the worst season in his career for the 2022-23 season. Besides the bad statistics and toxic interviews, the Portuguese player also stood out for this terrible miss. On the 78th minute of the Europa League game against FC Omonia, Diogo Dalot left behind the goalkeeper and passed the ball to Ronaldo into an empty goal. There was only one defender standing on the goal line and Cristiano had the easy job just to send the ball past him into the net, but the striker hit the post instead. Even Cristiano couldn't figure out how he could have missed this open goal, just like the old good days when young Ronaldo did the same. The next superstar is Kylian Mbappe. We don't need to look back much if we remember the terrible miss of the Frenchman during the 2022 World Cup against Australia. Let's be fair, it wasn't easy for Mbappe to position his body for the shot. So let's consider other terrible misses by Kylian. The first one happened in the game against Monaco. The Frenchman could have easily sent the ball into the empty net after Messi's great shot, but hit the post just like Leo did. But Mbappe's miss against Ajaccio is unexplainable. After Achraf Hakimi's brilliant sprint with the ball up the wing, after which he passed the ball to Kylian on the empty net, the Frenchman hit the ball unnecessarily hard and sent it into the sky. Kylian was kind of trying to show that it was because of the lawn that he missed, but the replay shows that after a perfect pass he can blame no one but himself. Even superstar Neymar couldn't manage to stay out of this video, and one of the horrid misses by the Brazilian took place in 2014 in the game against Ecuador. The Brazilian should have just responded and put his foot under his teammate's great pass, which he actually did. But the ball, instead of appearing in an empty net, ended up hitting the post. Even after the ricochet, Neymar had a second chance to correct his mistake, but wasn't quick enough to respond and the keeper took the ball. One of the greatest of all time, Zinedine Zidane, also had a miss which I'll include in this video too. Zizou received a great pass from the Brazilian Ronaldo, got rid of the defender with his amazing trick, body feinted the goalie and sent the ball over the goal. What a masterpiece we could have had. Zidane performed everything masterfully but didn't have strength for the final shot. So far, this is the most regrettable miss. In 2019, Eden Hazard was still considered a top player. He just moved to Real Madrid and everybody was sure that he only needed some time to adapt to Spanish La Liga. But 2 months after his transfer, Eden stood out for this terrible miss in Zidane style. Having received a great pass from Benzema, the Belgian player body feinted the goalie after he should have only sent the ball into a 7-meter long goal, but Hazard made a strong shot into the post of Galatasaray's goal. Time for one of the best strikers of the Premier League, Harry Kane, with his miss on Brighton's goal. After the goalie's terrible mistake, the Englishman had a great chance to add to his goals, but Kane's left foot let him down in a very key moment. Even though left is Kane's weak foot, deadly strikers like him should easily be able to score in moments like this. Leo Messi and misses are mostly incompatible. Someone can fight me back with Messi's miss against Athletic Bilbao, but I think he was just unlucky with the trick. Someone can remind me Messi's miss against Elche, but I believe it just took him a long time to shoot and the goalie got too close to him. But let me tell you about a truly horrible miss by Leo, which happened in November 2014 in the game against Almeria. After Suarez's cross, Leo only needed to send the ball into the empty net from several meters. Xavi and Piqué's reactions can perfectly describe the situation. By the way, in the same season, a similar thing happened with Leo in the game against Manchester City. After Joe Hart saved Messi's penalty, the Argentinian missed the header after the rebound. Even Zlatan Ibrahimovic himself can miss on an open goal. The PSG players went 3-on-1 against the goalie. Marco Verratti passed the ball to Zlatan. Ibra shot and hit the post. Laurent Blanc, the PSG coach, shrugged his shoulders in confusion. But Ibra maintained his composure because he understood that it was the post, not Ibrahimovic, to blame. What about Ronaldinho? You weren't expecting to see him in this video, were you? Here is a lost opportunity from the far back year of 1998. The Brazilian player was a meter away from the goal line and was unable to even make contact with the ball. The situation involving Polish striker Robert Lewandowski was similar. Robert attempted to finish the cross coming in from the wing during the game against Real Madrid, but failed to send the ball into the net. The worst period of Antoine Griezmann's career was while he was sporting the Barcelona jersey. His statistics weren't great, but they weren't bad either, and he wasn't the main cause of Barcelona's struggles back then. But even so, he suffered several truly horrible misses. The first one occurred during the game with Dynamo Kiev. Antoine then had to send the ball into an undefended corner of the opponent's goal, but the Frenchman missed this brilliant chance to score. In the second instance, Griezmann had a chance to send the ball into the open net after a teammate's cross, but instead he rolled it right into the goalkeeper's hands. There was a third lost opportunity during the game against Valladolid, where Griezmann was even unable to make a shot on the ball. And despite the fact that Antoine occasionally managed to score beauties like this, some Barcelona supporters did not recall his finest moments because of those kinds of misses. We must bring up Harry Maguire when we're discussing top players. In the first leg of the Europa League game against Milan, the Englishman could have easily scored the first goal in the game. Harry just needed to position his body properly and send the ball into the net, but his shot only grazed the post. No one is perfect, even a great player such as Maguire. Another defender who did not score into an empty net is Sergio Ramos. The Spaniard Isco made a cross to the penalty box, and after an unsuccessful clearance from the goalkeeper, the eminent captain of Real Madrid could have easily sent the ball into Alaves' goal. But apparently he remembered this legendary game against Bayern Munich and sent the ball into the stands. Ramos was upset, but the opponent's fans, of course, rejoiced at this mistake. Pep Guardiola has always coached not just great players, but true masters of their craft. But even they sometimes let down the coach. In this episode, Kevin De Bruyne, the best assistant of the English Premier League, upset the coach when he hit the crossbar from only 2 meters out. Next up is Sergio Aguero, who failed to score into Chelsea's empty net and surely let down Pep. Let's not forget about the current star of the citizens, Erling Haaland. In the closing minutes of the Super Cup game against Liverpool, the Norwegian had a great opportunity to score after an unsuccessful play by Adrian, but somehow Erling missed a half-empty net from 5 meters out. Raheem Sterling's miss is probably still a nightmare for Guardiola, because on that day, in the game with Lyon, Manchester City not only lost, but was also eliminated from the quarter-finals of the Champions League. But even a year earlier, Raheem had disappointed Guardiola when, in the game against Burnley, he failed to accurately send the ball into the net after a cross from the wing. The game, for your information, also cost the citizens 2 points. Bernardo Silva did not manage to exclude himself from this group of stars, and in the most important game against PSG did not take advantage of this easy chance and send the ball straight into the crossbar. Another Manchester City player, İlkay Gündoğan, also disappointed the coach in the game against Everton when he ruined a perfect opportunity. Poor Pep reacts so emotionally to every miss. Let's watch Guardiola's reactions over this sad music. Missing an empty net is a common thing in football. This video only proves that not only amateurs can make these kind of mistakes, but also high-level professionals and sometimes even the greatest football players of the past and present. I just want to wish good luck to Lukaku because he has already faced unimaginable criticism. And also, Manchester City players should take better care of their coach. Considering how intensely Guardiola reacts to all the misses, it seems only natural that he lost his hair because of it. Friends, in the previous video I asked you to guess these teams by a part of their logos. Here are the correct answers. And now a new question. Here you can see 3 other small pieces of logos from 3 different football clubs. Try and guess them from the element that is shown here. Guys, if you have watched this video up to this point, then you probably liked it, and therefore I want to ask you to subscribe to the channel and to make sure to turn on the bell. It will help to promote the channel and you'll be the first to receive notifications. Feel free to watch the video that will appear on the screen in a few seconds.